So, there's a forgotten art that I'm going to talk about here tonight on the Daily Dose, and it's something that is an art. It used to be crafted, and it used to be taught, and it used to be passed down, and it's been completely forgotten. And I'm not talking about calligraphy, and I'm not talking about like old-fashioned ironworks, right? I'm talking about something that's pretty simple, and it's still taught in some places and within some circles, but for the most part, it's been sort of just faded out from society as a whole. And the art that I'm talking about is the art of good manners. The art of just being polite. The art of saying yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, and yes, sir, and no, sir, and thank you, and no, thank you, and please, and standing up when a lady comes to the table and holding a door for someone who looks like they could use your help, carrying groceries for somebody that looks like they could use your help, helping someone cross the street who might be in danger of getting hit by a car. I'm not going to try to use any kind of gender cliches in this. It's just being polite, right? Driving through a parking lot, you see a parking spot that's open. You can whip in, but there's a person already standing there with their blinker on, waving at them kindly and going around to allow them to have the parking spot that they've been waiting longer for than you. These are just good manners. And more and more and more, these things have just been kind of phased out of society. Now, look, I know that my grandparents thought they had more manners than my parents did, and my parents thought they had more manners than I did, and I think I had more manners than my kids did. And I get it. Social mores change. Things change. We don't all generation to generation to generation behave in the same socially acceptable ways. And I totally get that part. And communication's changing with electronic communication and everything else. But here's what's interesting. As more and more and more these old-fashioned manners become kind of phased out, they are still highly, highly, highly appreciated. And that's something to keep in mind. Because in today's world, right, especially if you're into marketing or into sales or those kinds of things, you need to stand out in a crowded marketplace. You need to make your mark and stand out to people in a crowded marketplace. And something as simple and easy to do as manners can help you do that. The person that still sends paper thank you cards makes a mark. I actually have one sitting on my desk right here. That's why I just looked over. I'm like, yeah, I've got a paper thank you card that's been sitting on my desk for 6 months because I was so impressed that somebody sent it to me. Something as simple as writing Dear Mark at the beginning of your email and signing it kindest regards with your name. Something as simple as when you send a text message, you say, hi, John, this is Sue, or whatever, just in case their number isn't saved in your number isn't saved in their phone, right? Manners. When you get a call, returning it. Not just lopping off a text message conversation right in midstream because you just don't feel like answering that last question or addressing that last issue, right? Simple things like manners that have it's kind of become acceptable to not really have manners these days. It's just kind of what used to be unacceptable. It's just now kind of acceptable and normal. But when you have those manners, you will stand out and you will make a mark and people will remember you. And it makes a huge difference. Try it. Try it and see. That's the dose. Have a great week, and thank you for watching.